Greetings, pro wrestling fans, and thank you for joining us at the Pro Wrestling LookBack Podcast. I'm Nick, and I'm sitting here with...
Bonjour, it's DSP with a little Corona.
It's your boy Younger, and I'm with Don here on Zone of Season. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter if it's winter or not. It's always Zone of Season.
Yeah. You got Nick sitting here with Don St. Pierre, I guess, and your boy Younger. A little St. Pierre shout out to Canada.
Yeah.
And hope you enjoy your retirement there, GSP. Keep it going. Thank you for joining us at the Roundtable, Pro Wrestling LookBack Podcast. This is episode 25, guys.
Woo-hoo!
25, and we got a special guest coming on there soon, Mr. Al. He joined us for episode 1. We'll be getting to him soon. In the meantime, don't forget, check us out on Instagram and Twitter at PWLookBack on both of those. If you want to send us an email, you can send it to prowrestlinglookback@gmail.com. Check out all the episodes on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, YouTube. Subscribe, hit the 5 stars, leave a comment if you like the show. I mean, if you don't like the show, you can leave a comment as well. Let us know what you think, but we definitely prefer the better ones.
Of course.
But we appreciate everybody that has been checking out the show recently. We've noticed a little more downloads coming in, so if you're new, thanks for joining us. Other than that, I think that's everything. I don't know. Again, as Younger always says to me, go check out the website for the t-shirts and the mugs. We just got a new mug, and we picked one up for ourselves, so it turned out pretty good. Go buy one. Teespring.com, Pro Wrestling LookBack Podcast.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's my thing, eh?
And my Twitter.
By the way, that's the
forget.
next shirt, eh? We should get that from quotations. Pretty good.
See, there's your thing.
That's my quote.
That's your
yes.
thing.
Okay, so we're going to drop 3 shirts. Stay on the lookout for the 3 shirts that are coming about the three members of the Lookback. Only other thing, if you want to check out me on Twitter as well, at Salsa, SCELSA.
At JustDon44.
At ZJVY93.
Yeah, I've been real active. I've been trying to stay a little more active, especially during wrestling events. I'm going to try and be more active during wrestling events. It's a goal of mine in the new year.
What do you mean? Like by your
just
name?
more active on
Like your
Twitter.
name?
Talking to people. I was talking to a bunch of people. Yeah.
I thought you meant by your
During
names.
Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view.
More tweeting during shows.
Yeah, when I'm taking
There you go.
There you go.
Good God.
Well, I figured we'd start episode 25 the way we started episode 1, and that was with a little guest. Al, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, buddy. You're coming in loud and clear.
Lord Alfred Hayes.
Yo, cheers, Al.
Thanks for coming back on the show, man. It's sweet to get you back 25
My
episodes
pleasure,
later.
man. I've been looking forward to this since I was a baby.
That's good to hear, man. It's awesome. So yeah, we talked about it. We talked about it a long time ago, the old Ask Al segment. I figured why not bust it out here. I don't have a jingle, but...
No, we don't need a jingle, man. Bro, Ask Al is just all about, I'm just the voice of the people, man. I'm just the voice of the fat.
He's the voice of the
guy
voiceless.
who can't get in shape. He's just watches wrestling because he wants to be, athletic, but he can't because he's too fat.
I can relate. I mean, I'm not athletic at all, but just
for the guy who's out of shape and just can't get in shape and just likes to watch wrestling, crack open a cold one, watch wrestling because, he's depressed. That's
and maybe not get too deep into it, right? Because I know you're more of a casual fan than us 3.
Yeah.
Well, you've got the ability to put the controller down, I guess, sometimes and change the channel.
Hey, you're right. I shouldn't do that. You're right.
No, I credit you because there's times where I find myself watching Raw and I feel like I'm just watching it because I watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not always the best, so I can respect somebody who has that ability to turn it off.
Bro, I could be watching something and be in a different fucking time zone, bro. So, we don't want to get into all that.
Yeah, for sure. So, I don't know. Thanks again for coming on.
Thank you.
Is it safe to say, Al, maybe you got a little bored with wrestling too?
Sorry, what was that?
I said, is it safe to say maybe you got a little bored with wrestling too? I know me and you had some talks off air and shit.
Safe to say, fuck. It's sad to say, fuck.
Was there one particular thing or people or a reason why?
Bro, it's just it's not WWF anymore. It's fucking WWE. It's getting too much worldwide entertainment instead of the worldwide federation. It's just becoming very, very too
When you say
fake.
that, do you mean too much entertainment, not enough fighting?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I think that's. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think that's what they, as much as it's not necessarily the best thing, I think that's what they're going for. So I don't know how much of a good sign that is going forward, but.
I mean, hey, if the ratings are up, fuck, keep doing what you're doing. But if you guys want fucking help with the ratings, man, at Porky1Hundo on Instagram, man, I'll take care of you. Stephanie McMahon, I'll take care of you.
Yeah, speaking of that, I figured, like I said, we had this segment, Ask Al. I have some generic kind of wrestling questions I wanted to throw your way to see maybe to get the casual fan. We only have one other casual fan, Tanner, that joins us every now and again. So I figured it's good to always, I don't know. If it was me, I think I would love to be able to turn on Raw and not know anything sometimes and just look at it not knowing what the fuck has happened in every single segment and every little dissecting it the way we do here and, other shit that I listen to. So, I don't know. Let me just maybe set the stage for some of the people who are listening. Do you have somebody who's kind of your current wrestler you like to cheer for right now, whether male or female?
Samoa Joe.
That's pretty straight up. You didn't have to think about that very much, eh?
Samoa Joe, man.
Yeah? And are you disappointed with kind of the way he's been treated in the sense of he doesn't really win feuds? I don't want to bury him. I just mean that's kind of the perception I get watching the show.
Sorry, could you repeat that question, bro?
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I'm more just, what is it about him that you like so much, and are you disappointed in the way that he's been treated so far?
You know what, man? Honestly, it's just because he's a real cat. He's not a fake. He doesn't put on a fucking front. He doesn't, you know what I mean? When he first came out, he's the same fucking Samoa Joe, man, and I love that. Like, he hasn't switched up. He hasn't gone from being the good guy to being the bad guy. He's always kind of the bad guy, but everyone loves him kind of thing,
Yeah, no, I totally know what you mean, and in the fact that he hasn't changed. This is what you're going to get, you know what I mean? And it's not like some people, they get stale and they need to change.
Yeah.
For him, I don't think we've ever talked about him needing a gimmick change or needing to change the way he's perceived. It's just in the way that he's booked that we always talk about. So, yeah, I totally agree with that. That's a good...
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
It's really cool, too, because he's always had...
The sad part is...
Go on.
The sad part is that I would have said Rusev, but he fucking cut his hair, and now he's a fucking weirdo. So,
well, yeah, he tried to play off the whole being on reality TV and capitalizing on the funny aspect.
Once he cut his hair, he's turning into a different person, man. He was the man. He was the Bulgarian brute, man.
Yeah, he cut all that weight.
Yeah, fuck. What the fuck?
Yeah, to your point about Samoa Joe, what's it called? I definitely know what you're saying because he's always had the same gimmick for years now. Even with TNA, he's always had the same mentality when it comes to the ring. He's always been that heel. He's always been that voice, where everyone knows who this guy is and how he is as a competitor too. And I agree with that. I actually agree with that a lot. I actually think that he should be getting a major fucking push, and I don't know why it's not happening. I think he's really good on the microphone. I think he really adapts to the crowd very well. His wrestling is beautiful. That's just my opinion, but I totally agree with you too, man. Totally agree.
And like I said, he's kept it real the whole time. He hasn't switched up and tried to put on another gimmick. And I'm sure they've tried to ask him to do shit, and he's probably like, "Go fuck yourself,"
Well, the thing is, what would you give him? I don't even know what you would change him into. I'm being dead serious. I can't even think of anything.
I can't think of something either that he would do. And as far as him getting a push, it's not that I agree with what you're saying that he should be portrayed differently. I don't even think he should be pushed, quote unquote, to the moon or anything like that. I just think he needs to win a feud every now and again so we can treat him and look at him the way that Al does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But
you're also a big fan of Kevin Owens too, right?
I definitely am a big fan of Kevin Owens. But I like Kevin Owens as his athleticism for a big guy.
Yeah.
His charisma. But I don't really appreciate how he lets them throw him around. Sometimes he's fucking. What's his buddy's name there? The fucking
Braun Strowman.
Guy? Hey?
Sami Zayn, probably.
Sami Zayn, that's right.
Braun Strowman.
Well, no, because he had that.
I mean, I think that's retarded, man. They make him his friend, then he turns on him, and then this, and then that. Like, fuck, man. Like, give the guy a break, man. Like, fuck.
Yeah,
Let him. You know, Kevin Owens is one of the show headliners, man. Like, people love him.
I know, and for me, they always treat him really well until they get to a certain point, like when you have to drop the title to Goldberg the month before Mania, or you know what I mean, or you got to get thrown off a cage by Braun Strowman and chased around and put in a urinal, and he's always treated well until X happens, and then all of a sudden they totally fucking
and they switch it up on him, make him like become a different, like, you know, like I don't like that, but you know,
it is what it is, right?
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, so we'll stick. I don't want to take too much of your time there, man, but I got a few other little just random things as far as being a casual fan.
Yeah, what's up?
I kind of like, from the beginning of what you said at the beginning, I think I might know the answer to this, but what kind of stuff do you want to see more of when you're tuning into wrestling? Like, what'll make you tune into Raw every week? You know what I mean?
Bro, what they need to do is they need to go back to 1980, rewatch fucking all the fucking
rewatch everything from
rewatch everything and fucking come up with a new fucking, like, I don't know, idea or scheme or something, because I just find it so boring, man. Like, most of the time I just want to watch the pay-per-views. I don't want to watch
the storylines.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought you were going to say, because you talked about how you preferred the fighting at the beginning, so I assumed you were going to say something more along the lines of, I just want to see more fighting. I tune in.
There's nothing wrong with, like, you know, the what is it called, like pipe bomb or whatever? What is it called? Like,
well, just I was going to say just storytelling. To me, that's what you get a lot more on Raw and SmackDown. And don't get me wrong, like, a match is a story. The match itself is a story, but I see what you're saying, because when you watch Raw and SmackDown, you get a lot of story development, and the matches don't mean shit. The matches that matter are the ones on the pay-per-view, which is the ones you said you'd rather be watching anyway.
And what I would like to see, bro, honestly, as coming from a average fan, like, I'm not, you know, the biggest fan or the smallest fan or whatever.
Yeah.
Average fan, what I would like to see is, obviously I want to see storylines, but don't fucking do a whole fucking 15 minutes of a storyline and 2 minutes of a fight. Like, fuck, at least balance that shit out, man.
Yeah.
Fucking at least do, like, 4-minute storyline and then they start throwing punches, man. Fuck.
Man, I've been saying that for time now. I've literally been saying that for time. Seriously.
Like, fuck, we're not watching fucking Young and the Restless. Like, fuck.
Well, you got it. But at the same time, that's what it's all about, though, too, right? Like, they've had that forever. They've literally had that forever.
What is that sexy black man fucking Donovan think? What does he think?
Jesus.
I don't know.
It's funny when I hear you say some of this stuff.
Sexy, half Jamaican, half native fucking...
He's just throwing it all out there for the listeners.
Kayfabe is dead.
No, it's all good. You know.
Hey?
Don the Model Martel.
Right? We've talked about this so much. But see, when we talk about wrestling, we talk in secret. We don't, you know?
No. It's funny you're saying some of this shit, because me and Nick, like, I've voiced it to Nick before, how, like, some weeks I won't watch a Raw or a SmackDown. I'll just kind of check in on YouTube to keep up and shit and get more in. I love fucking pay-per-views, obviously, because that's where all the action is. But at the same time, you do need storylines as well. But I like what you're saying too. Maybe less talk, especially when you have a 3-hour fucking Raw, you know?
Yep.
You have so much time for guys to wrestle. And it's like we get such a minimal amount. It's very rare we see a 20-minute match, half-hour match on a Raw. When you have so much time, like, you can utilize it a little better. And you have so many guys too. It's not like guys are tired and they do house shows and they're beat up. But you have so many guys that you can play to do these things.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like what you guys are saying, and I always do. I like getting the casual fan perspective. But
oh wow,
yo,
are you planning on tuning in for WrestleMania?
Oh, of course, man. You can't miss fucking Mania.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
If I died fucking a day after WrestleMania, I want to say at least I watched it.
It's good to see. It's good to know that you'll be around for Mania.
Oh, I wanted to ask.
Bro, you can't miss Mania for shit. Like, fuck, if If it was my fucking anniversary on Mania, I'd tell my wife to go fuck herself.
Oh wow, one of a kind, eh?
Yep. Ask Al.
Yo, I was gonna ask you. I know you like Seth too. Are you excited to see Seth and Brock at WrestleMania? Because that's the big match.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I want to see Brock beat the shit out of Seth, and then I want to see fucking Seth win the belt, bro.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Come from behind, the childhood dream.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, and it might still be in the main event. We'll see. I don't know. The women are probably going to get that spot, but we'll see. I had one last thing to ask you, and it was also WrestleMania related as well. So, again, being a casual fan, we get a lot of people that are, like us, complaining about pay-per-views and big events being way too fucking long nowadays.
Yeah. Nah, but pay-per-views, I mean, you want them to be. We want to get banged for your buck, man. Fuck.
Yeah, which is true because of how cheap the network is. But do you want, Mania is going to be 7+ hours. Is that something you as a casual fan feel you can sit through?
Yeah, you gotta put everything aside for Mania, man. Fuck.
I guess that's a good point for Mania itself, but I don't know. This is where we differ because I don't feel the need to get everybody on the fucking show, man. You should be able to earn your spot on fucking WrestleMania, in my opinion, at least. It's like the Super Bowl. 2 teams make it to the fucking Super Bowl. Not every team. You don't get to go into Battle Royal and have a mini match before the Super Bowl because you're in the NFL. I don't know. It's kind of the one thing as much as I'm fine with sitting around and because it makes the parties longer when we all have buddies over and we're drinking and we're eating fucking nachos and watching wrestling. Yeah, it makes it better when the show's longer because we're all just hanging out. But how the fuck can they expect someone like you maybe that maybe pretend you're not going to someone's house or you're just going to watch this at home by yourself or with one friend or something? You know what I mean? Do you really want to sit there for 7 hours and watch a pay-per-view? I don't know if I'm ranting at this point. Sorry, stop me if I am.
I don't know, bro. I mean, like I said, man, first of all, the nachos at your place are amazing. Amazing nachos.
Thank you.
Second of all,
thank my mother.
there's only certain occasions where you have to sit through the whole thing to get the full experience, right? Like for any other pay-per-view, I'm not wasting like all my time, but for Mania, I'm definitely gonna put all of my shit aside and make sure and like I watch the whole thing because you never know what you're gonna miss, right?
So
that's the only good thing about Mania. Like fucking The Rock came back, like whatever, like this year we don't know what's gonna happen. Hopefully they have a surprise in store that I'm gonna be excited for sure.
I hope so too, man. And I don't know, it's been wicked having you back on the roundtable for the 25th episode.
We're gonna do this more often too. We're gonna do this more often for sure.
100%. I'm gonna make that jingle, bro.
I actually just got a ding for my Uber, so I got to go pick somebody up now for an Uber customer, and it might be kind of weird if I'm on the show with the customer.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. So we thank you.
We can't forget to let the people know at Porky100 exactly how it sounds, because if there's any single females out there that like watching wrestling, I'll watch wrestling with them for the whole fucking show, buddy.
There you go, man. Fucking right. Get at him at Porky100.
Hey, Al.
It's honestly a pleasure. Yo, what's up, bro?
We gotta get you on a fucking look back one of these days. When's that gonna happen? The people want to know.
Yeah, bro, for sure, man, for sure. All in time.
Maybe we'll maybe we'll look back at a WrestleMania with you.
Wow, that'd be sick. Because we're starting our own storyline. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. We'll set it up, man. Thanks again for coming on. It's been wicked.
Okay, bro. Yeah, I had a great time. We'll talk soon, and long live the king.
Yeah.
It's time to play the game.
Later, man.
All right, guys.
Later.
Well,
there you have it. Al himself, guys.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was fun, yeah.
It's good to have Al back for episode 25. I think it's just really cool because when we started the roundtable,
it was kind of because of Al in a way.
It kind of was.
You know what I mean?
Because we wanted to get him on a show, and we're thinking, how the fuck can we do a show that isn't a look back or isn't this or isn't that's just random? No, well, let's call it the roundtable, and we'll just talk about wrestling once a week and at that point, I don't even think it was once a week. It was kind of whenever we feel like we can mix one in. And we've kind of reversed that. And the lookbacks, we fit in when we can fit them. And this we do once a week. So anybody listening, we're happy that you have been with us the whole time. And I hope you enjoyed the conversation with Al. Ask Al.
Yes.
Those nachos are really good. What a guy. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was good stuff. Good to have Al back. But I think we should get back to our regular business here.
Get to the meat and potatoes. I'm fired up, guys. I'm fired up. There's a lot of things been
potatoes.
happening. I've been waiting since Monday night. I've been waiting. I have a lot to say.
Well, with that all being said, then start us off there, Don. Where do you want to go?
Where do I want to start? That's the fucking
I got
question.
notes, but you fucking talk and we'll figure it out from there.
Well, I guess let's just start with the big stuff, the NXT, the whole NXT, whatever you want to call it. What's going on here, guys? I am the game. The Triple H show, or what's going on here? What's going on? I'm confused as a fan. I'm fucking confused.
What do you want me to give you? Do you want me to give you how I would have started this, or why I think they're there, or what the fuck's going on? I kind of
What's going on, and why are they there? Are they? Because I don't think we got an answer as to if they're staying.
No,
right?
And then in the promos that Gargano and Ciampa cut, I know they mentioned, we're here to show people what NXT is all about.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
They also said they're here to, take over, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Younger, you look like you're thinking. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, first of all, that was cool.
You
having them up like that. That was cool.
Fuck yeah.
I really think it's all part of the Superstar shakeup, and they're gonna involve all three brands.
Really?
Oh, so you think Raw guys and SmackDown guys can end up going to NXT?
Yep. Yeah.
Huh.
That's my opinion.
Okay. Let's go down this road a little bit more.
I like
then.
that.
So, because that's not where I was going at all. I like that, Younger. When? So is NXT going to be kind of moved into some sort of TV role? You're thinking maybe after this Fox stuff happens, NXT ends up on FS1 or some shit?
I could see that happening because a lot of people want to see their favorite superstars, and if you don't have the network, how are you going to be able to watch NXT, right? With like AJ Styles, for example, if he goes NXT, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how are you going to be able to see that? So yeah, I never would have thought of that, but yeah, I could definitely see that happening for sure. Them getting a TV deal, especially with the whole Fox thing coming in soon. But the Superstar shakeup is, I'm pretty sure, in a couple of months.
It's 2 weeks after Mania.
Yeah.
Mania, because it's in Montreal. We were thinking about Rhodey and Down, but I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
I like that idea because if that happens, I might get what I fucking wanted originally, and I'll get my NXT or whatever it's going to be called actual developmental brand that NXT used to be that I want. Because we don't have that anymore. All these people that come into the Performance Center, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get a job wrestling Adam Cole. Like, no, you're not. Like, these NXT has become a place where you can't go unless you go somewhere else and spend time on the indies and then come to NXT. Most people, some of them obviously are, like a Mandy Rose and certain, one-offs here and there, Velveteen Dream. I don't know. I want another developmental brand, but I like your idea about maybe, or thoughts, I guess, about having 3 different brands and then maybe having a Superstar shakeup between all 3 brands.
Yeah, I'd never even thought of that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So you think that's... So then, okay, I want to ask you this. With that being said, because they were there on Raw and they were on SmackDown, just these specific guys. So do you think maybe in the coming weeks we get different guys kind of sprinkled in?
Yeah, for sure, because you can't just call up Gargano and Ciampa right now. They both have belts, you know what I'm saying? So, hold on. Gargano did have a belt.
Yeah.
But I think that's what it is. I think it's for it was weird too, because when, I don't know if you guys noticed this, when Gargano or any of them came up, Ricochet or any of them, there wasn't a crowd pop. There wasn't oh my God, they're here. It was
that's a whole separate topic in itself. That crowd on Monday was fucking dead. They didn't react to anything all night, bro.
Yeah.
It was insane. And yeah, that was a horrible decision. Why? I can't remember the specific town that they were in. It's pissing me off right now that I can't remember.
New Orleans, wasn't it?
No, that was SmackDown.
Oh, that was SmackDown.
I'm talking about Raw, because SmackDown was better, because New Orleans has, they've had a takeover. They've had 2 Manias in the last 5 years. they've got some wrestling fans. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it was a post-Mania crowd, but The Rock was dead. Nothing happened all show. The crowd, they're sitting on their hands the whole time. I don't understand why. But yeah, it was definitely a bad choice to bring them out in that specific city. I don't know if it was rushed or what happened.
Well, it could have been two ways. That's like, first of all, I agree with you because that whole crowd the entire night was dead.
Yeah.
Or it was two is that reason why they brought them up is because like a lot of people can't see like the network or don't have the network, so they probably don't really know who a lot of these guys are, especially if you're not a big wrestling fan. You only just tune into Raw and SmackDown and a few pay-per-views and shit.
Yeah.
So I think that was another reason why too. So
totally.
yeah.
No.
Sorry, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, that's just my opinion. Yeah.
Okay, so I have another question then. If they were not to go that route, like let's say 2 weeks from now we don't see any NXT guys, and then come Superstar Shakeup, it's just Raw and SmackDown, and then they kind of slowly maybe bring these four guys that it was, bring them up. Would you be okay with that? Or would you think it's kind of weird?
No,
like,
not at all. No, not at all. I don't think it's weird. Well, it
would
can
be
go
weird.
both ways, but I guess I think it's kind of weird because
they'd be gone from now until then.
for sure, and it's kind of weird how it's just happening before WrestleMania, like 2 months before, you know. Usually there's like a build up for shit, like, you know what I mean? Especially when traffic stops coming up soon, so you know what I mean? So, AKA Fastlane. So,
yeah.
We'll see.
Let me get into my theories.
Yeah, give it to me.
Because I've got two. There's two things up in the air floating around for me. There's one that's the probably going to happen. This is WWE. We can hope. But this is probably what the case is. And then the other one is, holy shit, this would be wicked, and it would be so from left field, in my opinion, that they're probably not going to do it. It's so from left field. So the first one is that they just did this. They just called people up. They're just on Raw now, and we're just going to have them fit in like any other superstar. Ciampa's going to be fighting Apollo Crews next week and whatever. That's probably what's going to fucking happen. I got to be, and I'm not saying that's what I want to happen. I just don't see them doing much at all.
Why were they on both shows? Like that's where I don't.
Why have Lacey Evans been on both shows? Why is Heavy Machinery on both shows?
That's another thing too. Like,
yeah, but maybe they're conditioning people to what you said a month ago when this fucking exactly.
Or maybe
it
it's
all
what you're
becomes
saying.
One.
Or maybe what you're saying. Maybe they're trying to build up NXT is going to be live. Like it's going to be a show. So here's the guys. Like
yeah, well, that was more what you said in the sense of 3 brands. But I don't know. I think that's the one scenario is that they just fit in and they be treated like every other fucking NXT call-up that's happened in the last little while, aside from maybe Kevin Owens. My other option is that, and fuck, this would be so cool if this was the case, is that it's all a ruse and Triple H is fucking with Vince, like storyline-wise, because he's pissed off about what Vince did with the whole Becky situation. He's pissed
Holy shit.
He's pissed that Vince has been able to, you know, oversee him and overreach him and pull the strings. And this is an invasion hidden as a call-up. But it's truly an invasion. Because if we think back to what we saw on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, none of these guys have lost.
Yeah.
Gargano and Ciampa teamed up for the first time since they broke up. They've been teasing it. They haven't teased. So that was kind of weird. I wasn't a huge fan of them. Oh, they're buddies again. Like if I didn't know who they were, I would have no context of what they've went through
Especially
over the last year.
seeing them both as a face, too. Right?
Were they, though?
They're kind of gray, I feel like.
Yeah.
But
I guess they were fighting the Revival, so I can totally see how you got that.
And the Bar.
Yeah. Well, that's true, too. But so they beat the fucking tag team champions, which is a whole other conversation, again, for how bad that is for Revival, losing the week after you win the belt. But yeah, maybe they're all going to work together and have some sort of takeover. Like you mentioned earlier, they're here to take over. I don't know. Like I said, this probably isn't the case, but I think it would be wicked if it was some sort of invasion angle spearheaded by Triple H.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me like a couple of days ago, just in us talking conversation. But like, I would be more okay with that. Just right now, as a fan, like, and I don't want to like, it has to be my way. But I'm not saying it has to be my way. But I'm so I don't like the confusion. Like I've talked to you guys about heel babyface shit before. Like it's so gray. I don't understand what the fuck's going on, and I just sometimes want to it's simple and like, you know, short and sweet. Like give it to me normal. Like why are they on both shows? Are they here to stay? I'm confused. In talking to you guys, like I'm excited to come and, you know, talk about it because we have something to talk about. I'm excited for that. And I texted Nick during Raw when I tuned in and I seen Ciampa and Gargano. Like I didn't even or what? No, Ricochet was the first one I seen. Like I kind of missed his entrance.
Oh, you missed the beginning of shit?
I went to the washroom for a second. Like I just tuned into Raw. I missed the beginning. I tuned into Raw, and I see Ricochet's in there with Finn Balor. And I'm like, whoa, what? I'm like, what the fuck?
I wish I had that.
I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
This
I'm
is
like,
what I want to talk about.
I'm like, he's on Raw. What?
Yeah.
And I'm just watching, and I'm getting it like that, and then I seen Gargano and Ciampa later on.
And you're going,
in the
what
backstage,
the fuck
and I'm
is
like,
happening?
whoa! I'm like, this is sick.
Yeah.
Like I missed the whole big.
I wish
announcement at
I
the
missed
beginning.
that fucking announcement because that's what I was going to talk about. Is why did that happen? Why did we need to be told that these guys are coming and get a little promo package from Michael Cole of all people? Tommaso Ciampa is one of the. I sound like Morrow, but I just mean like he's one of the dastardly people in NXT. He's ruthless. He's this. He's that. And then 10 minutes later, oh my God, look at him in the ring. He's so good.
Yeah, it was weird. The promo. I seen it after.
Well, this is what because if it was up to me and we're gonna just call them up, why didn't we just have Ricochet's music hit?
Yeah, that's what I thought happened. Like in watching it, right?
You know what I mean? Like Finn Balor's getting his ass kicked, and like, oh, who's gonna come out? And I was in my head, I'm thinking, oh, it's probably gonna be Ricochet since they fucking announced it. And it was Ricochet. It was just like I wish, like, why did Triple H have to say we're having some call ups tonight?
Yeah, I'd rather be more surprised too.
Gargano, like they ruined. That's like my sorry to cut you off, Donovan. That is like one of my favorite things in wrestling. Is that moment where someone's music hits that you didn't know, like when Shane showed up 3 years ago, and I fucking blew.
Yeah, but no, see, that's the difference too. Like we said with the reactions, some of these people have no fucking clue, and it's not just where they were. Like they could have been somewhere else, and we could have had the similar reaction. Like they could have been, even like
they didn't get a reaction anyway. So why don't you just?
That's what I'm saying. No, I hear you on that. But it's like they could have been somewhere else that might be a bigger wrestling town, and maybe predominantly the crowd there doesn't watch NXT. Maybe it's more kids or more people that just don't tune into the NXT brand. So we could have got only in defense of them. Like I'm not saying I liked it, but only in defense. Like I get why it happened, type of thing.
Why Triple H?
Well, just because like I don't know what we don't want Ricochet or any of these guys coming out and just people are like, oh. Like the one guy in the fucking in the nosebleed, Ricochet! And everyone else is like, oh, I don't know who you are.
To me, that's what happened anyway, man. Like that's pretty much what happened, except for it was worse because there was no climactic music hitting. It was just Triple H telling people these guys are all coming up here tonight, and you should expect them all.
Yeah,
it's just to me, it's not that them coming up is a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. It's just so anticlimactic.
No, I agree with that. But I guess like maybe they were trying. So for people who didn't know them to try and be like, okay, well that's who they are. Like I like how they showed little bits of each guy. Like I was okay with it because like there could be little fucking Jimmy in the crowd who has no idea who Gargano is, who any of these guys are.
Yeah.
And for them, and then when they see something in the little package, they're like, oh, nice. Whoever this guy. Like they're excited at that point to see him. So only in defense of that,
they did.
I'm not in agreement with it though. I hear you on that.
For sure. I just think they did a better job on SmackDown because Shane made a quick passing of it, and then we got some really cool videos. Like
I didn't see that. I just watched YouTube clips.
Yeah, the videos that they showed, because I watched it with my buddy Cassidy. Shout out Cassidy. He watched the whole show with me, and he's the definition of a casual fan. He probably hasn't watched a pay-per-view in months. He'll come over here the odd time.
Big Alexa Bliss fan.
Yeah, well, a big Ricochet fan because he loves doing fucking backflips and flips and all. He's that kind of guy, trampoline, snowboarding type shit. So when he seen Ricochet, I was like, you're going to like this guy. Like, I can tell you right now, you're going to like this guy. And he watched him for 2 minutes. He's like, holy fuck. And then he saw his finisher, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty sweet. And he loved it. So it doesn't take much to see these people and, start loving them. Gargano and Ciampa might be a little bit harder, but the fact that they're carrying gold, in my opinion, helps massively. If those two came up without gold, it's not that I don't think that they're significant. It's even like being a casual fan, you'd be like, who the fuck is this bald guy with the beard and the small guy? But then they've got gold, so it shows that they're...
No, and everything you're saying are great points. I feel like you're right. If Ricochet just showed up and people see his moveset, they'll get into him. Gargano and Ciampa, they have gold. People are like, oh, they're curious. These guys are champions. Maybe they mean something. But then what happens to a guy like Aleister Black, who has a music of a style that like isn't really hot right now? Yeah. I love it. I love the heavy metal shit that he's coming out to, right? But like some people, they just they're like, who the what? Like if I didn't watch wrestling and that guy came out, I wouldn't know if he was a good guy or a bad guy.
Well, I would definitely think he was a bad guy if I didn't watch any wrestling at all.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, what about someone like him then? You know, same thing.
How is
Maybe
he
with the moveset, you
perceived?
think like it would be okay.
I think he's very different. He sets himself apart from kind of anybody else.
Mm.
He's no, I'm sorry, Younger, don't hit me for this one, but he's just a better version of whatever Baron Corbin was trying to be at the beginning, in my opinion. He's just a better version of that.
Probably even better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Better. He's a better.
Way better.
And you like
Yeah.
Baron, so you know
Yeah.
what I mean? But, yeah, my thing with Alistair is the people that he beat. Like, what does that say for fucking Almas? He's losing to the guy's first night.
Well, he's got
And,
Charlotte Flair, so that's all good.
And Elias, well, that's, maybe. Who knows? But, and Elias too, like, does that say much for Elias?
Yeah, seriously. Like, what the fuck are they doing with him?
With Elias?
Well, Elias is in a weird place anyway.
He is.
You know,
The
if-
fact
what-
that they turned
what,
him
for
back.
a year? For a
Well,
year
no,
now?
no. He was in.
They turned it around for a second.
It was
and
when
then
they did. Elias got to me, and this we're getting off topic from whatever we were talking about. But Elias to me is the same thing that happened to Braun Strowman. He was hot, and then they turned him again, and now it's like everyone's like, "Whoa, is he good? Is he bad?" And we don't know because
Well, that's what I mean,
you've
too.
turned him too much.
For sure. It doesn't matter even if he, like, I agree. He goes from fucking heel to face for fucking 3 weeks and then goes back to heel. Like, I
Yeah.
get that too. But the thing is, what are you doing with them? Like, I don't get it. Like, you've had him. He gets a spotlight every fucking time. Like, he's on every show.
Well, it's a
pretty
segment
much.
now. At this
Or
point,
segment, yeah.
you hear the guitar. And,
Seriously. Like, seriously. Like,
but yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get caught up on them. I just meant, excuse me, that Alistair to me was more who he beat that I was thinking about.
oh, just in general.
Not the way he was brought in. But again, my boy Wade brings it up all the fucking time, and the commercials that I hate. How the fuck can you debut this motherfucker, start his match, and then go to a commercial? Well, that really tells us that he's important.
What do you think of Sanity on SmackDown? They got cut in commercial. Their entrance music.
They probably had a split screen in the States.
But you can't hear it though.
No, but I just mean at least
Like, that's
we
awful.
don't even get that.
But
so.
that's awful though. That's awful. Like,
But do you expect much more from Sanity? Like
That's
least
what I was gonna say.
yeah, like at least Alistair's new. Like we can have our hopes still high. Sanity's already been fucking diminished down in the last year. Sorry to cut you off, Tom.
No, but to me, guys, honestly, I'm not even like defending it, but I could I am okay with these wins. You could go down the list and I could justify each win, and I'm perfectly fine with the NXT guys going over
In every match.
every match, and I could I could within reason I feel like justify it too.
Two stick out to me more than others.
Yeah.
The Revival losing and the Almas. Those are the two that really. Sheamus and Cesaro, I can get it. They didn't take them seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were literally chirping them backstage like, who the fuck are you guys? And they didn't take them seriously. I guess, Elias gets treated not remotely as anywhere as good as Almas. You know what I mean? I think Almas is definitely, in their eyes, going somewhere higher. So it's not that I completely... I agree with you a bit. Those two, I have a tough time being okay with the Revival losing a week after winning the belts. And then if Almas is going to be somebody that's challenging for a belt at WrestleMania, probably shouldn't be losing to the new guy. That being said, you do make good points.
Yeah, I just feel like it's okay. Everyone was caught off guard for one, right? For one, and then for two, I think I like how they brought up. Shout out to your shirt, NXT Takeover Toronto. They brought up that match in the tag match. I noticed that on commentary.
They brought it up like 3 times.
You know what I mean? No, and that to me speaks volumes because so we know that DIYs beat them before.
Yep.
Right, so they can beat them.
I
right?
just thought of something else, but yeah.
And the fact that they're champions too, it's not like it's just Joe Schmo coming off the street and beating the tag champs. It's okay. Like, these guys are credible guys, and they have history. They have the ability to beat them. They've matched up before, and the Revival was not expecting it at all.
No, that's true.
Right.
What about? Were you going to say anything there? Sorry.
excuse me.
Yeah,
but no, I was gonna say it at the same time too, like, it's cool for people that don't watch NXT too, and you're bringing up your champions, like, you know what I mean too. So it's like, okay, so this guy's this guy's like the face of NXT right now. Okay, so let me see how he is and shit. You know what I mean? And then you got your next guy like Gargano. You know what I mean? But yeah,
it hasn't really happened since KO. So it is.
Yeah.
In the eyes of anybody that's been watching since then, it's a big deal.
Well, that's what.
Because, you know what I mean? You didn't see Almas come up with the belt. You didn't see Drew come up with the belt. You never saw Nakamura, Bobby Roode, any of these guys come up with the NXT belt. So it does say something in that sense. You know what I mean?
It does, but it doesn't. Like, see, that's why I was excited, bro. When I texted you, and now I'm in limbo again. I'm confused because, like I said, like I was kind of feeling down on wrestling lately. I'm excited for WrestleMania, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I have that right now. Ciampa is one of my favorite wrestlers in the game right now.
Wrestler
One of my
of the year,
right?
2018 for Don.
So when I see him on Raw, I'm like, fuck. If this guy's on Raw every week, I'll tune. I'm in. That
was your exact text
right?
to me.
Yeah. Like, I'm down. And the fact that he's coming up with the title, like, I think I might have said that on that show. I'm like, oh, maybe he'll have a long reign, come up with the title, and kind of do both. But now he's just on SmackDown, and he's on Raw, and, like, was it a one-time thing? Like, I'm just confused, and I don't get it. Because even in watching Raw, I thought, okay, we got these guys on Raw. Maybe on SmackDown we'll get some other, and maybe we'll get Velveteen. Maybe we'll get a Matt Riddle. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a Keith Lee. Like, I thought that's what it was going to be. And then we get these guys here, these guys here. But now, what, is it just an ad?
Maybe they're just trying to show off. They just show off their brand.
That's what you just said, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sick of the ad.
ad?
I'm sick of this ad system that they do. Like just a promotion. They did it in the Rumble, and like it's just an ad now. It's just a big ad. Like I'm confused.
By the network.
What if these guys just go back to NXT and like, oh well, you got them, so now maybe you'll tune into our other stuff because you've seen them and they're cool. So just tune in over here.
That would be weird. I'm very curious to see if that does happen because that would be really weird.
Because I don't get it. Like I'm confused. Very confused.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like showing off like a clothing line that you have or something. Showing off like a piece of brand.
Yeah,
you know
no.
Like you're trying to like, you want people to buy this, or you want people to, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you want people to be entertained, or you want people to watch these guys. So who knows? Maybe their viewership's gone down on NXT. I don't fucking know. Maybe even people that are subscribing to the network, they don't have enough people.
I just wish
maybe
I had
that's why Michael Cole announces it 6 times a fucking night. Like,
yeah.
Who knows?
I have
like,
more answers. Like I'm very
it's
confused.
I agree. This is a cool segment because all three of us have different opinions on this, so this is awesome. So
yeah, I'm very curious to see what happens next week on Raw, next week on SmackDown.
Oh, they got me there, so
yeah, we're gonna be watching
a 205 live.
I don't. It's your show, Younger.
Did something happen? No?
Yes, there's a tournament.
Oh no, but no other guys like debuted and stuff.
No, sorry.
I would have loved if Adam Cole
I had one
made
more.
his debut.
Hey, no, hold on, you. I have a bone to pick with you right now.
Shoot.
You can never ever shit on Finn Balor again because him and Ricochet are, now that I've seen them side by side, they are the same. They are one in this. Finn Balor might even be a little taller.
That's what Wade Keller said, and I got to watch it again because I remember watching it, and fucking Ricochet was taller than him significantly.
No,
like significantly fucking taller.
They're like the same. They're one in the same.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know. It's 205. What do we do?
Put them both on 205 Live. I don't care.
Okay, I'm glad you're sticking to your guns. I like
Put them both there. Like, I don't know how much Ricochet weighs, and Ricochet's. I just can't wait to see him get better on promos because I don't watch NXT every week anymore. Yeah. But I saw that motherfucker get better on promos in NXT, and I was nervous for him when he cut that promo on Raw backstage. You could see his fucking hand shaking, man. Like he was nervous as shit. And it's not that I was like, oh, this guy sucks. I've seen that he can grow, so I'm willing to wait and see it again.
One more random thing about it. Did you guys at all notice? It might have been me like paying a lot of attention to it. I noticed like him looking at Balor's belt. Did you guys get that vibe or no?
No.
I noticed it for a quick second, and I'm like, and in my head,
Don't tease me that.
The little interactions, I'm like, fuck. If this is where they're going and he's staying, fuck, I love it. I'm down. You know what I mean?
Imagine one-on-one IC belt.
Maybe
Finn and Ricochet for
at Mania. Maybe I don't know.
Holy
I don't know.
Might happen. Might
right?
Maybe a traffic stop.
I feel like Mike D's sitting at home and he just turned and he heard something. He's like, "What was that?"
Just twirling his fingers.
Shout out to Mike.
No, but check the clip again, honestly, because I seen for a second when he kind of raised his hand and Balor gave him the ring. For a second, he kind of was like eyeing the belt. I noticed.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. We could literally, I think, go for another hour talking about just this topic. But for the sake of the listeners, I think maybe we should move along.
Yeah.
I don't know how much we want to get into the specifics of Raw and SmackDown. Maybe some of the title stuff. Okay, how about we just get, because I don't want to talk too long on it, but how about we could just get some quick reactions from Elimination Chamber?
Sure.
Sure.
This is great, actually. I'm liking this.
So Bayley and Sasha win the tag belts. What do you think? Like, just give me a 2 sentences on what your thoughts on them winning the belts are.
3 words: waste of time.
The belts or them winning?
Them winning.
Why?
Because I just think they could have done something totally different. Like, why did they need to put it on these two?
Yeah, Totally agree.
I don't understand. Like, put it on somebody that's like, I understand maybe Mandy and them. I can understand. Maybe
Mandy
not.
did well.
Like,
she did good. I was impressed with her in the match, honestly.
Yeah.
You should have seen her.
I was.
Did you watch her match on SmackDown this week?
No, she fought Asuka. Right?
Yeah.
But the other thing you got to
She
think
did
about
really
is,
well.
yeah, she did actually. Yes, she
Yeah.
did very well. But the other thing is like, and she won too. And the
Yeah.
other thing is like, what do you like? I understand like who else do you put it on, and it's especially for the first time ever. So yes, I kind of get that too.
They want to have those two names there.
But you
got to
put it on. Yeah, but you got to put it on someone that's like together. Like Riot Squad would have been sick if they won.
Yeah,
They better be the second winner. I'm not joking.
I would
They're like.
Yeah, I wanted the Iconics because they're a
Or
fucking
them.
tag team, like
Sure.
an actual tag team. I said
Sure.
this last week on the roundtable.
Exactly, and
They're
they
just
build
not-
that.
I just don't think they're good enough, too, though.
wrestling?
Again, in that match, they just didn't do it for me.
Yeah, shout out to Don Tony. He loves
like,
them.
Like aesthetically, you know.
Yeah.
they're nice. Cool. They're Australian. They have the accents. They do. I like their promo shit, but in the ring, they just. I don't know. I'm not feeling it right now.
Fair enough.
But about them,
Yeah, Bailey and Sasha. Just a quick little. I just want to.
I'm okay with it. Like I'm okay with it because it's them. Like Younger said, first winners. And when they said that thing on Raw about going to other places and this, I'm like, I can get down with it. And they're two credible women who can go. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I more with Younger.
But it is predictable. It's predictable as fuck. We all seen it coming like a mile away, right?
Yeah, I think that's why they put it not in the main event.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll.
Wow, I didn't think about that either. Wow. Yeah.
We'll see. It's done and over with now. I've kind of had time to accept the fact that the Iconics didn't win and then it was the predictable happen, but I don't know. I guess it's good for I like Sasha and Bailey. It's not a matter of me not liking them or not thinking they don't fucking deserve titles. It's just I don't look at them as a team no matter what. Like it's always going to seem very thrown together.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe that's because one of my favorite matches of all time is them fighting each other. I don't know. Finn Balor winning the IC belt, pinning Lio Rush.
Yeah, caught me off guard. I can say that.
Me too. Me too.
I
I think it was too quick.
I had no idea.
Like
coming.
like Lashley losing the belt. I mean,
Like
too quick.
his reign.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His reign. Sorry. Yeah, I should have said that. Yeah, his reign.
I just didn't
Yeah.
know if you meant the match or the reign.
No,
but
the reign, definitely reign. I should describe myself a little better, but yeah, the reign. Hundo.
Yeah,
For sure.
Maybe
Yeah.
they got bigger plans for what they want to do. I guess that's the only way I can justify it in my head because I agree, and it was a layup with the setup of the handicap match. You had a way to cheat the good guy, you know, to
Exactly.
screw over the good guy,
You could have Lashley win and Balor lose and not look
not
like
look
he was
like shit. Yeah,
exactly.
but Balor winning, I like it.
And
he's got a title, I like it. It's good.
If it leads to Balor Ricochet at Mania, I'm okay with Bobby stepping aside for now.
Or Balor elevating the IC title, good.
Either, yeah.
Keep it going.
Great choice, I would say, by them. How about Ronda Rousey beating fucking Ruby Riott in 90 seconds?
Yeah, I felt really bad for Ruby.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I felt really bad for
me
her.
too.
So did I.
But
No, go.
When I
I
seen
have
the
a lot
whole
to say.
rollout with Charlotte and everything at the beginning, I kind of figured at that point I was like, shit, she is just gonna get the quick one. She's doing the honors tonight, eh? That's what I thought. I'm just like, fuck. I guess.
Yeah.
Like, heading into it, I'm like, it's a pay-per-view and there wasn't a ton of matches, so I'm like, maybe they'll give him some time. Maybe they'll make it kind of, throw us off, make it believable. But nope, just quick and easy.
Quick and easy. And before we go on to the rest, because I have to get this in now because I don't know when I'm going to be able to talk about it later.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did she get a rematch on Raw the next night? Why wasn't it announced at any point other than maybe on Twitter? And why did it go 15 minutes? And why was there a commercial 30 seconds into a match
Holy shit, yeah. That's
that
right.
ended in 90 seconds the night before?
Yep. I totally agree with this.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I totally agree with this.
if you want, if that's what you're gonna do, and you're gonna give these people that lose rematches, not the people that are the champion, because we know there's no automatic rematches anymore, right?
No more.
But if you lose in your title shot, then we'll give you another shot on Monday Night Raw, because apparently that's Ronda's thing. And I know I'm ranting a lot tonight, but apparently that's Ronda's thing. She has to defend her title on Monday Night Raw after the pay-per-view, because she does that a lot.
Oh, does she?
Oh yeah, it's like her. Michael Cole said it. That's Ronda's thing now, or her new favorite. It's her. It's becoming a tradition, is what he said.
Jesus Christ.
Might as well get her on camera more and more before she leaves after Mania. So,
But yeah,
Fuck it.
the going to commercial 30 seconds into a match that happened the night before that ended in 90 seconds, like, it doesn't make sense because it's like, oh, she beat her in 90 seconds last night.
They should have reversed it.
Exactly.
That's what I don't get. That just makes no sense that they couldn't have a competitive match at the pay-per-view and then they have a competitive match on Raw.
Especially how Raw and SmackDown are all about fucking talking these days, from what Al likes to call it, I guess.
Yeah.
So
that's all I had to say about that.
More confusion.
Yeah. This one's a two-parter question. Daniel Bryan wins the WWE Championship in the main event Elimination Chamber match. We're not going to go through every match, just this big stuff here. So I want to talk about him winning, and then I want to talk about, this might take up the rest of the show, I want to talk about Kofi Kingston.
Come on, Kofi.
Come on.
Come on, Kofi.
Boom, boom, boom.
There's a story behind me doing that, and I'll give it to people at some other time. So just want to let you know. Just throwing that out there.
it had nothing to do with wrestling.
It has everything.
What?
I don't
Okay.
know if you know. Sorry.
So Kofi goes an hour on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Kofi goes more or less the whole match in the Elimination Chamber. He eliminates Randy Orton, and he gets down to him and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And there was a really nice false finish. That whenever Trouble in Paradise or whatever the fuck his move is, he hit that, and that popped me. I think it popped everybody that was watching. There was some nice near falls. It was a good match. I'm happy that I'm not. I don't know what the right word is. I understand why Daniel Bryan won. It makes sense going into Mania. It makes sense he's going to go to Fastlane and defend his belt again against Kofi, which leads me back to Kofi. I don't know. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on all this because I'm having a tough time, and I don't want to catch any heat, but I really don't care. I'm having just a tough time buying or getting behind this whole Kofi Kingston thing.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Why?
Me too.
Why though?
Because it's random. Why now?
That's not for me. For me, it seems fake. It seems so just bandwagon. It's the most bandwagon thing I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I just mean, where were all these Kofi fans 2 weeks ago? He has a good match on SmackDown. Oh yeah, he's amazing. Give him the belt. We got it. How if you don't give Kofi the belt, then I'm not watching anymore. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody would have said that 3 weeks ago.
No, it's wrestling fans.
It's what the fans want.
It's one word, and my boy he says it all the time. You're fickle. They're fickle. Everybody is fickle. We could say the same thing about our girl Becky, man. Where the fuck were these people, before?
No, but that happened over time. That's the difference, because I'm one of these people with the Becky.
What do you mean?
It didn't happen over one fucking match.
Not even one match. It was like 40. Yeah, 24
It was
hours.
him in that gauntlet match that changed.
He impressed people.
Which is fine. I just don't understand how a picture, like that picture of him with holding the belt with the 2 New Day behind him, goes so viral to the point where it's like, if we don't put the title on Kofi, this is a blasphemy. Like, I just don't get it.
It's fucking well, it's random. Why are they doing this now, though?
WWE posted, who would you, this was prior to SmackDown, who would you want Daniel Bryan to fight at Fastlane? And I was curious, so I'm reading, and I went into the comments, which is a bad place to live in the internet, in the comment section, but it had to have been 85 to 90% people writing Kofi Kingston. And that blew my mind. It genuinely did. And maybe I'm odd, and I'm not going with the flow, which is kind of what wrestling usually is. You let shit just sparks up and you go with it. But you compared it to Becky, and to me, that Becky thing, that was...
I mean in the sense of bandwagoners, though, because there's probably a ton of people who really probably could give 2 fucks 2 years ago, and now they're just, she's hot, so let's get it.
But she gave me a reason.
No, but you kind of always liked her. I'm not even saying you. I'm saying, like, we know there's people out there who are just with it. Like we talked about in the past with Roman Reigns. There's people who would just boo him because it was cool. There's people who just get into it. Like now with Kofi, it's kind of like, people are. He put on an impressive clinic in the chamber, and now it's like, I don't agree with that though. It's not blasphemy if he's not gonna get the title, guys. Everyone's living in a fucking fantasy world because that's not gonna happen.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But they need a program, and they need Daniel Bryan to have a credible opponent for their for the traffic, for the stop.
Hey,
for
you guys got to stop making fun of my favorite pay-per-view.
But hey, if Kofi wins, then I'll change my entire outlook on that pay-per-view. But I highly doubt. Like, I'm not expecting him to win. I don't think it's blasphemy if he does. People in arms, and we're gonna riot if he does. It's not that big of a thing.
And don't get me wrong, because I don't want anybody listening to take what I'm saying out of context. I respect Kofi Kingston. This guy's been around, like they said, 11 fucking years. I understand that he deserves more title shots, and he he deserves more. But I just, it's the amount of support that kind of took me off guard, and I just felt like, whoa, I don't need to be giving this much support just because everyone else is. So I'm just putting my statement out there that this is how I feel.
Yeah.
And I think what really broke the camel's back, or whatever you want to use as a saying, was the end of SmackDown and Shane McMahon coming out and just coming up to saying into the mic, the person that's going to challenge Daniel Bryan at Fastlane will be, and he pauses for like people don't know or something, and he says Kofi Kingston, and I'm just watching this like, why?
Well, he just pinned him. That makes more sense.
It's a 6-man tag match, though. It's not like they said whoever gets the pin is the number one contender.
No, but in wrestling historically, it's just if you pin a champ, it's kind of a thing. Like, it matters,
I get what you're saying about
Which it should.
No, about him pinning the champion, and I didn't really think about that. That's a good point, but the fact that it was a 6-man tag to me doesn't deserve a number one contendership. If
he came out at the beginning of the show and said, "Oh, it's Kofi Kingston," I'm not okay with that, because there's no at least it's kind of like Shane was backstage, he was watching. Maybe whoever showed the most promise in this match, yeah. And just so happy he pinned him. He pinned the champ. Let's give him a shot. Let's give him another shot.
Yeah. And maybe I'm thinking about it too much. I'm overthinking it. I don't know. But
it's not a bad thing, but like I said, man, people are fake and they're fickle, and I'm not just saying it like it's going to happen because because guys, watch. And I'm saying this now because watch, if Kofi doesn't win the belt, and 2 months after WrestleMania, where are you now? Like, where are these people going to be?
Oh, they're going to move on to whatever the fuck they give them for main event.
If this is a thing and people are going to continue to ride with them, and that's what it is, cool. Then let's do something, like with Rusev when people were behind him and they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I say go with that more often than not, but it's too early, so I don't think they should just, throw hot shot the title on him before Mania.
But if we're getting Kofi chance in the main event.
If we're getting Kofi stuff
at Mania.
After Mania, and, it continues and the momentum's hot and he's going out there and he's having match after match with good guy and doing his thing, fuck, roll with it. That's what I think of that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. In all, though,
no, I agree.
Daniel Bryan will be the champion forever.
Shut up.
Yes.
Get rid of that belt too.
He's probably not wrong.
Made out of fucking wood and shit. Fuck.
Yeah, I love the look of it. I think it's gorgeous, to be
Fucking
completely honest.
It's a fucking cardboard.
It's one of the things in wrestling I love right now.
Is Daniel Bryan or the belt?
Daniel Bryan and the belt.
Yeah, I love that belt.
That belt can
keeps
go
me
in
tuned
the garbage.
in. As a guy who's not
right in the
super,
garbage. Actually, you can burn that because it's wood, so you can burn it.
We know Younger's
we
thoughts
can burn
on
it down. Can we burn it down?
Recycling.
No, I know we're getting ready to wrap up.
Well, we don't have to quite wrap up. There's a couple things I want to do now.
Okay, yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, it's totally weird, random shit of me. I'm thoroughly looking forward to Seth Rollins hopefully winning the belt at WrestleMania. Like, that's another thing I can say that I am now more excited. I'm getting more excited as the weeks go on. I'm anticipating WrestleMania.
I'm extremely excited for WrestleMania. That match is not one of the things that I'm itching for, though. I gotta be honest with you.
Why?
Because it's...
you like Brock.
I love Brock, but it's not... That has nothing to do with it. To me, it's just the most predictable wrestling match that I've seen since I've maybe watched wrestling. Like, I'd bet my house that Seth Rollins is going to win that match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's going to be good, hopefully, as long as Brock... is interested in having a good match.
But
That's
so
a good
many
bet,
things
That's
are.
a good bet. I'll
so
take you
many
on that
things
bet.
are predictable, though.
There is, but and I guess we can just talk about whatever at the end here. But did you catch at any of the SmackDown Ciampa match? Or
I just watched
Gargano?
a piece of it online.
Dude, they had me. They fucking had. I thought Gargano, or I thought Ciampa tore his MCL, ACL,
oh my god,
and meniscus.
Oh my
I literally almost texted you saying, "Bro,
like, curse is real."
Yeah.
Dude,
seriously, bro. That's the first thing I thought. I'm like, holy fuck.
Oh my god.
I watched that on my phone. I watched that on my phone,
Yeah.
and I rewinded it back to that part, and I paused it, and I was like, he landed on his fucking leg.
Bro, and then
he landed on his fucking leg.
He didn't come back in the match. I seen the ref touching his little radio.
Oh, dude.
I swore I saw
gnarly.
him put up the X. Apparently he didn't.
And then he kept going, and I was like, this guy's a true champ. And then after he was walking, I'm like, oh, so he's fine.
Yeah.
Dude, his leg was so fucking tucked underneath. It was not even funny. Oh, sorry. Was I screwed? My bad.
Yeah. You just got to you got that radio voice, Younger. You got to step back when you get into
Let's go,
it.
baby. Let's go. How you doing?
But yeah, no, I thought he was hurt. Like, they fucking They got
The curse.
yeah.
The Don
It
curse.
wasn't even as much the curse that I was thinking about, I got to be honest, even though I should have been. It was more just like, holy shit, he might be out, and you just texted me the night before like, oh, I'm going to watch it every week now. If Ciampa's on, like, oh, shit.
He's the man.
Shit happens. But I just wanted to, should we acknowledge the whole DX thing, or did we did?
No, we didn't. No, let's talk about it a little bit. Quick sec, right?
Yeah, your boy's going in the Hall of Fame there, Younger.
Ding, ding.
Number 1 since day 1.
Wait,
Yeah.
which one's
when he
is
gets
the whole crew?
introduced- When
The
he gets
boy?
introduced, I am standing up and fucking.
Younger's boy, X-Pac,
I
man.
gotta
That's
get a
his
shirt
favorite
now.
wrestler.
I gotta get a
Yeah,
shirt.
okay, I forgot.
There's no
about
ifs, ands,
that.
or
Yeah,
buts
yeah, yeah.
anymore. I gotta get a shirt.
Yeah, that's your boy. You know what I was thinking though? It's kind of not sad, but I don't know. Probably be the only way that he gets in. No.
Oh, you know what? And they said this about China too.
That's the same thing. Yeah, I was
and
just
I
gonna
agree
say.
Oh,
with
yeah.
that. I totally agree with that. Yeah, I think so.
That's why they
I
did it.
I totally agree.
Because you can get them all.
You can get them
Like
all.
the
in there.
Outlaws probably would have went at some point on their own, not separately, obviously.
No, not separately.
Definitely separately. And this way, Sean gets two rings. Hunter's
Yeah.
gonna get 2 rings. So they get to double up on the rings. But as far as the rest of the crew is concerned, yeah, I think that it's a way that you can get X-Pac in and China in as collectively with the unit, and it's not because if China went in by herself, the whole whatever they have talked in the past of, and some people might argue that X-Pac might not, be eligible.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I love X-Pac, but I don't think his WWE career warrants a Hall of Fame induction on its own,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Mm.
But
At the
again,
same time, too, it's like they don't necessarily go off strictly WWE career, right? Like I feel like they like to like Sting, like
I
they
guess
don't
that's
always-
true.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
they
yeah,
show
yeah.
all the
you're right, and they own anything
to say-
anything that they own at least.
yeah. Not to say he blew everybody out of the water anywhere else, but it's, I love X-Pac too, but call it what it is. Like I don't think he would have went in on his own.
Does this mean we're gonna get Triple H in the Hall of Fame 3 times when it's all said and done?
Probably, yeah, probably eventually.
It's
Yeah.
crazy to think about, eh?
Yeah.
But I guess we'll have at that point we'll whether he's still here whenever that happens. It could be 15 years down the line. Ric Flair, I would imagine, will be in 3 as well
Yeah.
with the 4 Horsemen
Yeah.
himself, and then I'm assuming Evolution will go in because
Oh,
all
yeah.
4 of them are Hall of Famers. I can't imagine them not inducting Evolution one
Yeah.
day as well, right?
Mhm.
But yeah,
What do you think? Is this a cool headliner? How do you feel? about it?
headliner. This isn't
Yeah.
the headliner.
Well, the headliner's always the first announcement usually.
If this is the headliner, that sucks, in my
Why?
opinion.
Why?
Because I just didn't even think until you just said that.
I could be wrong because the format has changed a bit, but genuinely,
Genuinely speaking, yeah, it's
normally
the
speaking,
first one is the headliner.
The first one is always the headliner. Like the first person they announce is the headliner. But this time it was a little later in the announcement, so maybe the headliner gets last announced. I don't know. I could be wrong. I
That's
just
true.
I assumed.
It's and no decredit to DX. They're huge. I don't think a group headlining would be. I don't know. Then again, who the fuck is gonna headline? You know what I mean? You've kind of
when the NWO went in, right? Didn't they headline?
I don't. Not
Or
since-
maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of Sean. I don't even remember if they went in. That's terrible.
Yeah. Either way, it's all good. Was there anything else you guys wanted to get into this week before because there was a lot more that I had written down as far as notes, but we did the Ask Al segment, and then we talked a long time about NXT and all that kind of stuff. So, got to turn your mic on for you there, Younger.
Sorry about that. It's all good. Side note from WWE, I want to give a big shout out to Jay White, Mr. Switchblade himself, for winning the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, we talked about it last week, but yeah, you
Did
weren't
you?
here. We talked about you,
Fucking right.
how you would love it.
Yeah, it's just very unfortunate how he had to fight Tanahashi in that shape, man. He is way too, he's too fragile now, man. His left knee is fucked. It's
Tanahashi?
his left or right knee. Dude, he has no meniscus left apparently in his knee, and he's just a mess. And he just looks so slow out there. Like Ric Flair would do better in the ring. At his age right now.
No, but he was
It's
probably
insane.
he's hurt too, right? We
He
can say
is,
because the
of
Kenny
course.
match was it was
Yeah,
good. you know,
yeah.
and that wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. He is aged though. I think he's like 49
yeah.
years old or something like that, right? He's like old. He's like 48, 49 now, right? So
Might be
But-
time to slow it down.
yeah, I just wish that Jay White won it against somebody else, but that's cool.
At
Just
least-
give a big shout out to him. It's cool. And Bullet Club, of course, baby, all day. Let's go.
Yeah, and at least he's got it, and we'll see what happens going forward with him.
Of course, yeah.
Two things. We need to come up with a name for this fucking random segment, the mix bag maybe.
The mix bag.
The roundtable mix bag. Kevin Owens promos. Do you guys like these little everyman at the bowling alley eating the popcorn with his son and just kind of being the everyman? Do you like these?
Yeah, I do. I do like it a lot.
Yeah, they're very him as well. So I'm
course.
cool with it, yeah.
Yeah, and we've never seen him in WWE portrayed that way either. So it's really cool. I loved when he said, like, I know what I need to do to fight, and I'm ready to come back and fight. I don't know. It worked. Yeah. I don't know if those were exact. Don't quote me, but it.
Like from the show too. Are you serious? There's no change?
Yeah.
No change at all? Like,
with
the son?
You know what I noticed right away? Not to talk too long about it, but with his son, I noticed how much he's grown up.
Yeah.
Because remember the video of him debuting on Raw?
Yeah, I do.
With his son sitting on the couch watching him.
Yeah,
He's like, oh my God, it's dad. And he's fighting John. Like, now his son's like older.
Yeah,
it just tripped me out.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck, it's the same kid. Yeah. Because that was like 2015, and that's 4 years ago at this point, which blows my mind. Fuck.
It's great.
The only other thing, I don't know if you guys have anything to say about it, but I shed a tear a little bit this week when I seen my boy Ty Dillinger tweeted that he asked for his release from WWE.
The perfect 10, man.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
It's bad. Perfect 0, but it's all good.
Another Canadian, shout out Sean Spears.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. I don't blame the guy though, man. Go do your thing somewhere. He's a guy who can wrestle. He's not too old. He can go do his thing other places too. So
totally, and congrats on the marriage proposal to Peyton Royce. Yeah. That's pretty cool too. I think he'll probably end up and I don't like to say this too much, especially because I'm not the biggest fan. But yeah,
don't do it.
Don't do that. I do, Donovan. I really do.
Don't be that guy.
He's gonna end up in AEW.
Oh Jesus Christ! We're just like everybody else.
Yeah, just like Dean. He's going there too, and Dean's gonna go be vice co-president of fucking.
I'm glad we
Tuesday Night Thunder.
Dean, man.
Hey,
what a weird thing. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Dean Ambrose?
Just give him a bag of sugar and coffee again. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
What kind of sugar?
I don't know. He's wacky again. I know he's leaving, but whatever. I still have hopes that we could get a swerve at some point.
Remember, it's not Dean Ambrose anymore. It's Jonathan Good.
It's Jon Moxley.
Johnny Good. Thanks for joining the roundtable this week, guys. Pro Wrestling LookBack Roundtable, episode 25. We can rent a car now.
Yes.
That's it. There's no more milestones. I'm not saying shit till we get to
30.
No, till we get to 50. I'm not saying shit.
Dirty 30.
Maybe.
The dirty 30.
Thanks for checking out the show, guys. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Twitter at PWLookback on both of those. If you want to send us an email, it's prowrestlinglookback@gmail.com. If you want to get in contact with any of us on Twitter, it's at Salsa, SCELSA for mine.
Mine is at ZJVY93.
And I'm just Don 44.
Yeah, get at us there. Let us know. Give us some topics. Give us some questions. I'd love to read some questions on the show. That would be wicked. Anything else? Check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, and YouTube. Download the show, hit 5 stars, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Every episode's up there on YouTube. Let us know what you think about the old school episode that we dropped last week, because if that's something you guys like, then I'll start dropping more of those original lookbacks that are on YouTube on the old iTunes for you. Other than that, check out the store, like my boy Younger always says.
Let's go.
Get yourself a mug, get yourself a sweater. Go get a Ring t-shirt. I love that one. It's just a little wrestling ring on the front.
It's my favorite one so far.
But yeah, that's pretty much everything, I think. I don't know. I told you I fuck this up every week, but I like how casual it is, and I'm going to keep it that way. Thanks for joining us at the Roundtable, guys. This has been episode 25. I'm Nick.
I'm Younger.
And it's Don telling you to stay classy.